Music fans are kicking off the festive season in high spirits with the inaugural Joy of Gospel experience. The concert is set to take place at the Sun City Superbowl this afternoon. It includes a star-studded lineup, including Reverend Benjamin Dube as well as Dr. Tumi. And some of the proceeds will go towards supporting children who lost their parents to COVID-19. So let's find out more about what else we can expect from one of the artists to grace the stage, Takie, Ndou. Takie, thank you so much for your time this morning. Welcome to the South African morning.
Thank you so much, Faith. Thank you for having me, Ndi Macheloni.
You know, first of all, I must say that I really love your music because it's very inspirational.
Thank you so much.
And more than anything else, you speak and you minister from authenticity.
Amen.
And now when you've got this inaugural concert that is taking place, and again, the messaging behind it is so beautiful because I don't think we pay to mind what happens after COVID, the aftermath of COVID.
Definitely.
And you, through music, alongside other industry colleagues, are addressing that very same thing, that we tend to ignore what happens after COVID.
Exactly. I mean, for me, during COVID-19, God gave me a message to say, you know what, there's a great revival coming. And it was right in the midst of COVID. I think that was 2020. We recorded the album in October. And God said, this is the great revival, and that's the message that I'm giving you, to tell people that even if the cloud is as small as a hand, but the big rain of revival is coming, the big rain of a blessing is coming, healing, prosperity, and that's what we look forward to. Even though we are facing difficult situations, we know that there's a breakthrough coming.
Yeah, absolutely. And I wonder how many people would you say, and because you deal significantly with, you know, large crowds, are at this point of revival, or are people so depleted spiritually that they don't see on the other side?
I think my experience and with a lot of people is that people have become more aware of who they are. They've become more aware of who they are in God, and they've become aware of who God is in their lives. So I think our relationship with God has intensified, to be honest. So I think people are more aware of their spirituality right now. So I think it's a good thing.
Maybe even the vulnerability.
Exactly.
Yeah, like we thought we were superhuman until COVID.
Exactly. Now we know that, you know what, we are dependent in God, and we have to fully depend on God, because our lives, we can't control what happens in our lives. Only God can.
And let's talk a little bit about what we can expect today. The gospel, the Joy of Gospel experience. Just talk to us a little bit about the lineup and everything that we can be expecting.
Yeah, man, it's exciting. It's happening at the Sun City Superbowl, and it's happening today. The show starts at 3 p.m. Doors open at 2 p.m. Tickets are still available. And I'm excited about the lineup. My sister Lebus Khovela is there, Dr. Tumi, Benjamin Dube, and Toko Zombambo. One exciting upcoming artist once more. I've worked with him for probably more than 10 years as a backing vocal, but now he's doing well as a solo artist. Dube, I've worked with her also before.
Her music makes me cry. I weep. I put that music on and I just start weeping. It's a good thing, though.
Spoonowa is there, my friend Ayanda Tanzi, Pastor Lungi, Koli Mwango, and obviously myself, Takie, Ndou. I'm also part of the lineup, and I'm excited.
And then, of course, there's this album that you were working on during the heart of lockdown, The Great Revival. Let's talk a little bit about that.
The Great Revival, that's the album that I'm talking about. We recorded that during lockdown. So for me, it was an act of faith, because we were not getting income as artists. We were no longer working, we were no longer booked. So I had to take everything that I had and just put it towards the album. And for me, I think that was honestly God who persuaded me to do that, because you can't just take all your savings when you need them and you invest them on something that might not even bring you work, because we were not having gigs at that time. But now I understand why God persuaded me to do the album, because it was a prophecy to say the great revival is coming, and we are living in the times of revival right now. So I'm excited about the new album. People are loving it. We've got songs like Ndibone Ndira na Mapungongo, Tendo Nabugara, Who Am I, Imvula Lenkulu Ieta. We've got beautiful songs in the album, songs that will give you hope, songs that will revive your soul.
Well, very quickly, just talk to us a little bit about Imvula Ieta.
Imvula Ieta.
That's going to be the song you're going to be performing. By the way, you can expect a performance from Takie after the break.
Imvula Ieta, it's a Swati song, and for me, it was just a follow-up of a big Swati song that I did, which is titled Babeng Site. So I'm like, okay, let me do another Swati song so that people don't think, it was just a one-hit wonder. So I'm like, okay, God, give me a Swati song. And then he said, Imvula lenkulu yeta. It's a story of Elijah when he had been praying for rain, and he sent a servant to go and look if there are clouds. And after the seventh time, he came back and he said, you know what, I see a cloud, but that cloud is as small as a hand. Then Elijah said, go and tell everyone that even if the cloud is as small as a hand, the big rain is coming.
Amen,
so that's what the song is about.
Amen, Takie. Well, you can definitely expect that wonderful, really is a gospel experience coming up today, actually. If you are in the area, get yourself to Sun City and really experience this. And remember, it's actually for a very good cause. It's all those that have lost parents during this COVID-19 pandemic. Takie will be back again after the break. He'll be performing for us with the Imvula Ieta, so do not go anywhere. What we're going to do now is that we're going to take a look at your minimum and maximum temperatures. I'm going to say goodbye to you because I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of Takie Ndou, and then we're going to do it again tomorrow between 6 and 9 a.m. Have a fantastic rest of your Saturday until we meet again tomorrow.